It is January, and it is the time where most people are setting New Year's resolutions. Happy 2026. Guys, I have a feeling it's going to be a fabulous year, but in order for it to be a fabulous year, we have to set it up that way, right? Darlacansell, real estate agent with Real Brokers, servicing all of Louisiana. If you are looking to sell anytime soon, and if you are looking to buy pretty much all of South Louisiana. So if you are looking to buy or sell, I'd love to have a conversation with you. Let's talk about New Year's resolutions. I always look forward to a new year, setting new goals, both personally and professionally. And when you're setting New Year's goals, at least for me, what I think about is, first of all, they have to be attainable. You have to be willing to work on those goals every day, consistently, not just when you feel like it. There are many days that I just don't feel like getting out of bed and getting to work, but guess what? I do it anyway. So where there are New Year's resolutions, I was thinking to myself, here we are in January 2026, and lots of people want to buy a home, but aren't just exactly sure how to get started. First of all, keep this in mind, that if you are employed, and you have been employed for at least 2 years, you have a steady income, the likelihood is that you can buy a home. It is actually not as difficult as one would believe. So do not count yourself out if you're just not quite sure. If you're looking to buy a home, these are the ways that it's similar to setting New Year's resolutions. Number one, you have to decide that you want to buy a home and that you're going to buy a home and that nothing is going to stand in your way. And so what does that mean? When you are thinking about saving money and you have the option to decide, are we going to eat out 3 or 4 or 5 times a night? Or are we going to figure out a way to save money on food and grocery shop and cook at home instead of eating out, right? Those are some kind of things that if you're buying a house in the near future, you have to think about saving as much money as humanly possible. Now listen, there are lots and lots and lots of loan options for people that requires 0% down. So you actually could buy a house if you qualify without any money at all. But you want to have money in the bank. You want to have money in savings. When you buy a house, things happen. Things need to be fixed, right? So you need to have at least a little bit of money. Number two, if you're thinking about buying a house and if you have been paying rent of any amount in the last few years or months, that is 100% interest on something you will never own. So people say to me all the time, I'm waiting until the interest rates drop in order to buy a home. Well, if you don't own a home and you're renting, the interest rates should be irrelevant to you because you're paying 100% interest on something you will never own. Simple as that. The interest rates are never going to be in the rates that they were in the COVID days. That was an anomaly. People were overpaying for their homes because the rates were so low. So it's all relevant. So when's the best time to buy a home? Yesterday. Because the prices of real estate will continue to go up. It's not going down. So if you wait to buy a home, the interest rates are probably going to maybe be a little bit lower, but the prices of what you're going to buy are going to be higher. It's all relevant. So number one, keep in mind that you should set the goal that you want to buy a house. And when you want to buy a house, everything else falls away, which means you're saving money, you're paying down debt, you're really thinking about, do you need that new piece of clothing? Do you need whatever it is? Do you need that new boat? If you are buying a home, you should not be financing anything new. You should not be buying any kind of toys, like boats, like vehicles. You shouldn't be financing anything if you're looking to buy a home anytime soon. The most important thing is paying down debt, and proving to a lender that you can get qualified to buy a home. The more you can show that you have saved money, you've paid down debt, you have steady income, all those things, the more likely will be that you can buy a home and you can get qualified for one, right? So set your goal that you want to buy a home, and everything else falls to the wayside. Be laser focused, be consistent about it every day. So every day when you wake up, your vision is, I want to buy a home, and therefore you're thinking about buying a home, and all the other things are frivolous, right? So let's start this year off strong. If you're thinking about buying or selling, I'd love to have a conversation with you. It is a great time to be a seller and or a buyer in this market. Y'all have a great day. Take care.